Oh.
Hold on, I gotta get in my Zoom class here.
Michelle, I did the
Plug in
ethical
over
and
here.
moral thing right now, okay?
Come on.
Wow.
So who's all there? Is it Leah and Michelle?
Yeah, me, Leah, and Michelle. Michelle's gonna get online right now. She's in Hanford.
Okay.
Michelle, I'll call you later. I'll call you
Yeah.
back after class. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Did you guys know each other before class?
Yeah, we actually used to work together. She's
really?
she retired. Just today, happy retirement when she gets on.
Okay.
She got her new ID that says retired.
Excellent. Okay. Are you bringing me more food? Yeah. Okay. You couldn't finish them all?
No.
Okay. I get a wave? Okay.
Hi. Don't
Well,
drink it.
they just got here. Can you do me a favor? Can you feed those guys over there? Okay, so you guys are gonna need to have your fish. So you're gonna need a couple of containers to kind of work with, right? So you have the container that he's gonna be kind of resting in, and then you're gonna have the container that's gonna be chilled. Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
mine can fit into this one.
So put your ice in another. Oh yeah, you guys, he can hardly fit in there. I think he's a
Yeah,
little too big.
he a chunkers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look how cute. You're such a good papa, Alejandro.
Let me see. Let me see.
Kind of stressing out though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
mine is.
he is gonna stress out
Alejandro,
a
pick him
little
up.
bit.
I want to see him. My fish is anorexic. Oh, look it. Look at mine. He's tiny. Nobody cares.
Like,
Fat. He's really fat.
he's about as big as my thumb.
That's a goldfish.
Wow. What are you feeding him? Kitties?
Okay, so you want to let your fish kind of get settled. He's not going to be completely settled. You got to understand that. And so you're going to be paying attention to his movement. Okay. Okay, so you want to bring the temperature. The starting temperature should be at 20 degrees. So you want in one of your cups or in one of your containers, you want to use your thermometer to make sure it's at 20 degrees.
Hey, Jen.
20 degrees.
Thermometer?
Yes, you should have a thermometer in your kit.
It's big, long thermometer. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, some of you guys may have tiny ones too.
It's
There's,
Yeah, it is.
and some of you guys may have meat thermometers.
Can we just be on the same screen, Dr. Henry? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So we don't have to hear that crazy noise.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's on me. I'm gonna have
that's in bubble wrap. Let's break it. How do I open this?
You find your thermometer, Alejandro?
I can't open the package.
So we pack it pretty well, huh?
Okay.
Dr. Henry,
Oh, there you
you
go.
can use bottled water, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Ideally, if you should use the water that is coming from his tank, that'll be the best to do. So get a cup of that. That's really what you should be using.
Okay.
And then that way you're not getting because, well, sink water basically has, chlorine and stuff like that. And bottled water will be fine, but it still is not his water, what he's used to. So we want to try to alleviate any possible weird responses or weird things.
Jimmy likes Hanford water. It has arsenic in it. But he hasn't tried it.
Happy retirement, Michelle. Congratulations. Happy
Thank you.
retirement.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's been a long day today. I finally got my retirement ID.
Yay.
Yay, 15 years, a little more.
She did it at perfect timing, Dr. Henry, right when the buses start rolling in
Yeah.
after this pandemic.
Yeah, I heard they're closing some prisons, Roxanne.
Yeah, they are.
And they're gonna
Are they
all
really? They're going to be closing some?
Yeah, we got a few from RJ Donovan.
Wow.
Where is it? San Diego.
Susanville's closing. Well, good, they can put those psych techs to work over in Corcoran then.
Wait, am I supposed to move her out?
Yeah, you're going to move her out into that fresh boat. You want to make sure you get the temperature right. 1 degree, and then you're going to go up to 25, and then you're going to go up to 30, right? So, and you want to make sure, what was that?
I'm gonna go try to find a glass bowl.
Okay.
I'll be right
His
back.
water stinks.
So like I have 3 that I'm running through, right? It's normal.
Oh God. Did you kill Chloe? No. Oh.
I'm like, you're going to kill the next one too?
Yeah, I know. She went belly up. Don't trust me with your kids. No.
Alejandro's face is just freaking out right there.
Okay,
So
did you say we're gonna heat them up? How are we gonna heat them up?
You're gonna have 3 containers, right? You're gonna have 1 container, right, that you're gonna actually change the temperature,
Yeah,
right? So, and then you're gonna move the fish into that container after it's the right temperature. And so
okay,
I have a cup with hot water and I have a cup of ice, right? And
okay.
so I use the ice when I need to cool it down, and I use the hot water when I need to warm it up.
like
Like-
hot water, like washing
the
dishes, hot water, or
Yeah,
like
washing dishes, hot water, like
Okay.
hot as you can get it, because then all you need to do is just add a little bit to your water, so it's not going to affect it too much.
You won't die, right? Is this being recorded?
Of course.
Oh Jesus. Let me go get it. Aw, poor Chloe. Chloe will live. Come on.
This fish is so big.
I can't get over that fish is ginormous, man. And look at ours.
Yeah, he's almost the same size as the container that he came in.
What?
Okay.
That's what's up. Look at that. He has a whole new.
Okay. So use the thermometer to take the temperature of the water.
Can I give him a bite to eat or should I wait?
You should wait, because that's what the sugar is going to do. It's going to give him a quick stimulation.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. Stop. So annoying.
Almost to 45.
It's probably Corcoran calling me saying, "Oh, we messed up on your paperwork again."
I know. They're like, come back to work. We're
Come
short
back.
staffed.
Gus is gonna call me, say, "When are you coming back to work? Or do you have a doctor's note?" I tell him I got a lot of doctor's notes. Which one do you want?
Do I put ice in this one?
Yes, so you can go ahead and put ice in that one. And you want to bring it, is it at 20 degrees?
The tank water stays at its constant 20 degrees. So yeah.
Okay, okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop it down and then you're also gonna bring it up.
This water right here.
Yeah, because it also needs to go up to 30 degrees. So you're gonna get warm water and add a little bit of warm water to it,
All right.
or hot water.
So the water needs to be at 30 degrees?
So that's gonna be the maximum temperature. So the first one is gonna be at 20 degrees that you're gonna be putting it in. So you can go start at 20, you can drop it down, go down to 15.
Yeah.
Or if you want to, you can go down from 20 all the way down to 10 and then just bring it back up. So 10, 15, go back to 20, then 25, 30.
We haven't added the sugar water yet, right?
Nope, not yet. That's the second part.
All right.
Ooh. Hang on a second. Hey, Dr. Henry, I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, Dad. The thing's on.
I just want to take a shower.
Gotta put clothes on.
Hurry, Kashi. No,
Oh,
Kashi.
you can't be naked.
Bro.
I got
It's too cold, too hot.
It's going good.
Oh, you put some ice in there already?
You know, I'm just gonna put one in.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay,
So are you doing hot water first or cold water?
I would say go ahead and start with the low temperature first. Just cold water and we'll just bring it up.
So I'm gonna stick his little cup inside the bowl with his water, his regular water.
No, okay, so you're gonna have you have the one that just has the water in it, right?
Yeah, it's actually a big one because I don't have that little one anymore.
Okay, that's fine. So what you want to do, you want to bring that temperature down to 10 degrees. So you want to add ice. So that it brings it down to 10 degrees.
To 10 degrees or drop at 10 degrees?
No, you want to bring it to 10 degrees exactly, at 10 degrees exactly, 10 degrees Celsius.
Oops, let me not put, but without him in it, right?
Without him in it, yeah. You want to do that first. You don't want to put ice on your fish. Then he'll be really upset.
Yeah. He's gonna go live with Coleman.
Exactly.
I doubt it.
Like, no, I'll take my chances with the cat.
Yeah, because it's at 30.
That was the guy for my car, Coleman.
All right. Mine's at 10 degrees.
Okay,
It cost
so
me
go ahead and
$5.
transfer your fish over there. He isn't gonna be happy at first.
What has to be at one?
Oh, you got it with your hand. Nope, can't do it.
We tried that. 20 minutes later.
But he is so big.
Yep, he's about 3 inches long.
Okay, so then you're gonna count him breathing for a minute. So how many?
Cassius.
Guys,
What are you doing?
I had to get this TV on. Come here, help me.
He's hitting the TV.
What are you doing? What are you drinking?
Nope.
I'm so Good to go, Mom.
No, not yet. Go watch Mia. Go get your blankie and go watch Mia.
Oh, let's see.
Gosh, yes.
Michelle.
Oh, you want to see Michelle?
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Say hi, Jessie.
Hi, Desi.
Watching this.
What is it? What do you say?
Go watch me.
All right, he got around 90 gasps a minute.
I think I have defective ice. It's not working very well.
We need more ice.
But his breathing like sort of slowed down.
Oh, put him in the water.
Get him warm. Oop, I'm almost there. So we insert his full cup with him in it into the ice water. Is that right?
You could do it that way. That is one way of doing it, but you're not gonna get good heat transfer. Best thing to do is just to transfer him into the ice water.
Oh, he's not gonna like that.
No, he isn't. It's gonna be really cold.
Okay, it's 10 degrees. Get the rest of the ice cubes out. It doesn't get colder.
And then you're gonna put him in there, and then you're gonna count his breath for a minute.
For a minute?
For a minute, yep.
Okay, let me get rid of the ice cubes. There we go. I'm sorry. Jim. He's not gonna be happy.
Y'all presented one fish.
Yeah,
Yes, we presented one fish.
I told him what happened. I didn't let him
We didn't let
die.
him die. It came at night and took the fish.
See why I told you ahead of time? Because my whole family's telling. It was a bunch of snitches. My husband said that man did all that for you guys, got the packets and everything, even bought you the fish, and there you go, killing it.
He keeps moving around.
The fish is looking like I might have to go in there.
Okay, so then what you want to do is, after you get that, so then you're gonna transfer him back into his resting bowl, and then you're gonna change the temperature to 15 degrees.
It's hard, huh?
Yeah. Can you really give him a dose already? Cut the grass, please. Bars. How did you think this?
It looks like his breathing slowed, Dr. Henry.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna expect to happen.
He's got hypothermia.
What if the temp already rose 5 degrees?
Oh, then you can just leave him there.
Okay.
Okay, and now you have to count his breathing.
Okay, one more.
How you take the ice out?
Because it's taking forever. Everybody's already done.
Look, it's gonna die.
Can you give me that charger right there? Right, this one.
This one?
No, for the computer.
Dead. Unplug that black one. Never mind. Unplug the microwave.
And then
I could see an air bubble in his mouth because his mouth is moving so slow. There was a little air bubble in there. I don't think this water's moving.
Transfer the water out. Mhm. Almost. Our dishwater gets hot.
You wash dishes with cold water?
No.
You're burning my hands with the water.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, so then once you get your 15 degree, you're gonna raise it up to that 20 degree mark again, and you're gonna count it there again.
What if you already counted?
You already counted to 20, then you want to go up to 25.
Okay.
It's at 11. Get a paper so you can write the stuff down. A little orange post-it. Okay, we're at 10. Okay.
What's the next temperature we got to bring him up to?
So you do 15, then 20, then up to 25.
Got it. Sorry.
Why are you telling the fish sorry? Oh, this is busy.
Oh.
He has little bubbles rising.
You said for a minute, Dr. Henry?
Yep.
10 degrees.
Alejandro, you gotta be careful about adding the water to him because the water is warm and it's not distributed evenly in the solution. So you want to be careful with that.
Yeah, I'm adding droplets and measuring as I go.
He likes it warmer though.
Dr. Henry.
Yes. What? What did you do?
Did he die?
Mom, no. No.
Did you cook him?
Dr. Henry, I think he died.
Is he lying on the
Killed your
floor
fish?
or did he turn over?
How did he die on the? And he died on.
You guys are
Zoom?
my witness.
What happened?
She's a murderer.
We can't keep a fish
One
alive,
day.
Mom.
He's not moving, Dr. Henry.
Okay, there we go. Which is raised.
You can't even transfer him, Mom.
What was the temperature?
25.
10?
What was that?
Me or
You. Yeah.
10?
You. It was at 10.
It probably
Oh
died.
my
shock.
God. Look at how sad. Oh,
Is he moving?
oh, can I take him out?
He'll be okay.
No.
He's just gonna slow down. He's just slowing his breathing down.
Shit,
Because
I
that's-
went to
that's
like
what he's
0.
gonna
Now what do I do?
Cashy.
Oh, he's flapping. What do I do now? Mark?
Count.
Water?
No. Leave him alone. Just
Oh.
count. Let him sit there for a minute,
Oh my
And
God.
and then count his
Yes,
breathing.
watch your cartoons.
And count his breathing for a minute.
Look at him.
I can see him. He's looking at me. put the fish down.
I can't see him breathe.
I'm gonna set my teeth. Yeah, he's alive. Mom, he's alive. Why do we call it a he and yet we gave it a girl's name?
And then we're gonna make him be how warm after 15?
Then you're gonna go to 20, then you're gonna go to 25.
Nine breaths. Okay, then 15. Do I add water to make it hot?
Yeah, but just add a little bit because you don't want it to burn the fish. So
My dropper.
You could
the
use
little dropper.
the
yeah, use the
dropper.
droppers. Yeah, use the droppers.
Here, dropper. Yeah, that one. Breathe, yeah, he needs warm water.
Oh, Mom, breathe.
There you go, little fella. I'm sorry. Dr. Henry made me do it.
Really, it's a fish.
Blame me.
He's already been through so much.
He already lost his brother.
I know. I was gonna say that. Oh, you know what? It's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's at 15. I'll count him. I'll count him now.
Mine's feeling like he swam to Hawaii now. It's nice and warm. What, Mama? What? He wants to play. What?
Is that your cat?
Keep getting any warmer. Oh, Mama. It's not getting hot.
Acclimating the fish to the temperature now. It's going up, but not that fast. Need the water cool down.
86. I got 86. Not wrong.
86?
Every time he opens.
And this is at 15?
Where's the dropper now?
I can't get the temperature to go up.
Are you struggling there?
Yeah, it hasn't even gotten to 16 degrees yet. Keep adding hot water to it.
All looks the same.
My daughter will be upset if I kill Jimmy.
My sons are used to it.
We're gonna go get him a tank from Walmart. They have them for like $19 for the whole, it's a little setup.
Yeah,
There we go.
Gotta check that temperature. Oh shit, almost 20. Look out, Jimmy.
bye. I'll see you later.
Mm. Almost 19. Get out of the way.
You said 20, right?
Yep,
Oh, so we just go by 5?
All righty. Finally.
It's almost there. We're getting there. I'm gonna sound crazy, but this is in Celsius, correct? Yes. Okay.
We didn't feed him. He would have threw up.
What's it at right now?
19. Okay, 20.
Started breathing a lot faster. In the hot water.
that's good.
Hmm.
Mine has a trigeminal pulse. He's like, he'll do like 3 in a row and then he's just regular and then like 3 in a row. It's just like, what's wrong with him? Okay, I gotta restart that because I got sidetracked.
Should I move them back over or are we gonna add the sugar into this one?
You're gonna add the sugar into the one that, into the other one, yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Do you have your other dish though? The little small cup that you had earlier with the ice?
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, he's too big. He won't fit. I can't even think of it. I'm trying to figure out a way, because really what you need to do, you just want to get him stimulated with the sugar, right? So you can put sugar in your other bowl, in your bigger bowl, but you want to also have a bowl to kind of clean him off at the end. So
I could always just put them back in the tank.
that's true.
Like once we're done with the sugar.
Yeah. So go ahead and add your 15 mils to your other bowl and then put him in there and let him sit there for 10 minutes.
So
And
here?
then, yeah,
Okay, after the 20, I'm sorry.
after the 20, 25. So increments of 5.
25.
No, we just.
Okay.
It's at 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
Oops. Put water inside.
So like we do like, oh my God, I don't know if it's like that.
Let's see. I can't hardly, let me pin you in the middle. It's tiny. Yep.
Okay. After his near-death experience, he's gonna need a Xanax. Would that have been like an instant F?
Kill the fish in front of the instructor.
I know, on Zoom.
He had a heart condition. It was-
You're a unicorn. I know, never a dull moment.
And making a vortex for Jimmy swimming.
Do we just go up to 25 or is it?
Yep, you just go up. No, you go up to 30. 30 is the last temperature.
Okay.
Looks like they have a harder time to breathe in hot water. That or the cold water just slows down their metabolism and they don't need that much oxygen.
Yeah, actually, they can live with very minimal oxygen. They're able to do fermentation.
We can hold it because we could time this.
Okay. Tell me, shall I start him?
Not yet. Three.
Did actually turn out pretty well.
I'm looking at almost. Okay. Okay, hold on.
You ready?
Okay.
Oh, wow, he's breathing fast.
Ready? Minute.
Yeah, ready.
Go.
What are you doing?
Checking him. Here, look. Wait, shit.
You-
Wait, man, stop it.
What?
Stop the timer. Oh, hold on.
Oh, shit, he don't like this.
Here, Cassius, come here. Cassius, come here.
Okay, whoops.
What are you doing?
Come over here on this side.
Okay.
We're gonna count the fish's breaths. Look, ready? You got your glasses on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Here we go, Mom.
Here we go.
Look at the fishy.
Perhaps like he's not breathing.
See the fishy? What's the fish? Okay, count.
What temperature?
25.
Okay. Give him a second. He'll start breathing.
Okay.
Look at him. You see him moving? Okay, ready? Did you start it? Okay, ready? Okay, ready? Go. Okay.
One more
No,
day.
Cash, don't touch that. Go wash your hands. Not in your mouth. Just kidding. Go wash your hands.
I just wash my hands, see?
Go wash your hands next time.
Now we're a unicorn. And then this side.
Look at that. Fishy. Fishy had cough. Look, he had coffee. Look.
Oh, he has a cough. Is that why he has a thermometer?
That what you have said there?
He has a cough.
No.
He has a cough.
Okay.
Oh, he has a cough, Mom. Mom, he has a cough. Yeah, this,
74.
this stuff.
Hold on, Doc. Make stuffings. Wait. Wait. Doc, Cassius, watch out. Doc, you want to help?
Watch out. Go down.
Okay, you ready?
Right.
Go like that. Pinch it. Open it. Let it go. And I'll give the fishy water.
More than.
You're so
Hey,
sweet.
Dr. Henry, that was like 170 breaths. I don't think I should go to 30 or 25, 30.
What am I have to do this?
You got 170 breaths per minute.
And the
Yes.
Okay, yes, you want to go to 30.
If you make me kill him,
You're gonna give him a heart attack.
I don't want to give him a heart attack. Poor little guy. He don't like it.
You get 30?
We're on our way right now.
all the way to me.
No, we're on our way to 30. Say we're on our way to 30.
But all the way to 3.
Okay.
Hey, put it in there. Good job.
I have to do more. Oh, he has a cough. Mom, he has a cough.
Does he have the coronavirus?
Yeah, he has.
Put it in there. Good job. Keep going. Really good.
More.
He don't got nothing in the thing, boy.
Let me see. Ready? Let me show you. Echo. There you go. Like this. Watch,
Yeah, I
watch
have to
mama. Watch mama. Watch or you can't help. You have to listen. Now you put it away. You put it on some water.
Let me get water. I get some.
Okay, go ahead. Put it in here. Now squeeze it like this. Right here. Look, right here.
Cashy,
The top. Look. Watch mommy. Watch. Go like this. You pinch it and then you let it go.
Okay.
And then you give him water.
Okay, I'm trying.
Your turn. Good
Okay.
job. See?
what are we at?
Mom, he has a coronavirus.
Yeah. He has the coronavirus.
Jimmy's better at 24 degrees than he is at 25.
What are we at?
28. Let me see mine. Let me give you some more. Let me help you. Let me help you so then you can count it, okay? Let me see.
What do I know?
Hold on, hold on.
I had to do it.
Okay, you do it now.
I did,
It's so
Mom.
rough.
I just-
Where's the room? Shish kebab.
I did do it.
No, softly. Mom, where's Farmer John? With the chickens. I need some glasses. He's splashing in. Love these ones.
Look. I just gave the fishy Marshall.
Ah,
I gave the water. I gave the fishy water.
you are? Me too. Does he like it?
I want gloves. I want gloves.
Cassius, does he like it?
Why? I gloves, Mom.
Yes, you do. What a little scientist.
What?
Getting him started early, huh?
Yeah. Ready, Cashin?
Yeah.
I'll be in your class in like 20 years, Dr. Henry.
Get him started early. He'll start taking classes next semester.
Really?
Almost.
Here you go, picking up a lot of water. No, it's going up.
It's going up. I love you. Wake up, Mom. Want to do it?
Alejandro, how's it going?
He's settling down. Do I repeat the steps now?
Yep.
Okay.
Guess I'll.
Watch me, Mom.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go watch your cartoons. You want me to take your gloves?
No.
Oh.
Uh,
Just let him wear them. You got 30. Ready? Are you at 30? I'm using hot water. For real? Yeah, it got cold because Cash is taking forever.
Okay. So we got 10 degrees Celsius, 15 degrees, 20, 25. Start time.
Oh yeah, look at it. Sorry.
Mommy, can I help you? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Let's go slow. Okay, hey, wait. Okay, it's at 30. Ready? Hold on, Hershey. Count. Count with mommy. 31. Yeah, go.
What's it going down? You give me chips.
Oh, there's fish and chips. What kind of chips?
I only got 156 on that one.
Chips over here.
Ew.
156.
Yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
I know. Maybe I can't.
You want Cheeto Puffs? Mom, can you have Puffs? No?
Ooh, the water cooled down. It went from 30 degrees because I had to restart the thing again like twice. And so now it's gonna be like 28 degrees.
So it's dropping.
Yeah, the temperature of the water is dropping. Should I put them in the microwave?
No, don't put them in the microwave.
Just kidding.
189.
What?
189.
That don't sound good.
Try and bring that back up. Let's see.
Do it again.
I'm good now.
Hey, Dr. Henry.
Yep.
Can I bring it back up to 30 degrees and then just time his counts for 15 seconds and multiply it times 4?
Yeah, that's fine.
That way it doesn't like drop the temperature.
Look how fast.
We haven't even put the sugar in yet.
One 175 at 30.
I don't know. That just don't sound right to me. 175.
Now we bring it down, you said? Or
Yep, you bring it back down. So after you've done everything, so you want to let him sit like 10 minutes in the sugar solution, and then you can transfer him to your clean water.
how do I get the sugar? Oh, this one.
Ooh, he started breathing like really super fast and now he stopped.
You dropped him back down to low temperature?
I put it back to 30 degrees again because it had dropped down a little bit. So I brought it back up and then he started going really fast and then he just stopped. Now he's not breathing at all.
Give him a second, he'll start breathing again. He just has to get used to the water.
Dr. Henry, so we put a teaspoon in his water that he's in now?
Of the sugar solution?
Yeah.
No, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get one of the conical tubes, you're gonna make 50 mils of that solution.
I can't see it.
That's too high up.
Conical
There you
tubes,
go. Okay.
there you go. One of these guys.
Okay.
And you should have, I think you should have some extra ones.
So we put the sugar and the water in here. Does it have to be at a specific temperature or?
Just room temperature. You don't want it to be hot. Cold, you want it to be the same temperature.
And then just a teaspoon, right?
Of sugar?
Yeah.
You can weigh your sugar. You're supposed to have, I think it's what?
2.5.
2.5?
Yep.
I'll give them 5 minutes to get used to the water, and then after that I'll count.
I got 217. It was so fast, I almost couldn't count it.
Really?
Yes, he's just going so fast.
This is how I feel when I get Starbucks.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll be giving him alcohol and
Oh, 2.5 you said? 2.5. It's too much.
yeah, next week we'll be getting alcohol and caffeine. We're gonna see if we can impair his judgment.
I think I want to change my major.
So what?
Yeah, just kidding. You're a terrible lab partner. You're not even helping me.
That's all you do.
Whoops. Oh. And how much sugar do we put in? The glucose?
You're gonna put in 2.5 grams.
Does it have to be 2.5 even?
Try to get it close to 2.5.
We got it to 2.53.
That's fine.
You cannot work with a perfectionist, let me tell you.
I can see that.
Ah,
Eat it up. Do we count his breathing or do we just watch his behavior?
It was just
Count his breathing.
should I get a little bit?
Hold on a second.
Less?
There with that. Boom.
Okay.
And then this one's a sugar water. Yeah?
Yeah, sugar. 0.5.
Just put this one as the sugar solution.
Oh, shoot. Ooh, you're gonna party like a rock star. Yeah.
He looks excited, man.
Okay, I got 210 with his glucose and the temperature of the water went down to 28 degrees again already.
It's dropping pretty fast.
Yeah, my kitchen's nice and cool.
So I'm gonna put just the glucose water in the cup.
So you're gonna put just the glucose water in the cup. Well, no, it's gonna be mixed with some water in general too.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
should have some of your fish's water.
Oh, his water.
Yep, and you're gonna put 20 mils into the cup.
We made his temperature go up 5 degrees and then another 5 and then another 5. We dropped it and then up and up and up and up and then we gave him glucose.
Is that Jen?
Yeah.
Hi, Jen.
She wants to know what we're doing to Jimmy. No.
Degrees Celsius.
No, I'm not in class.
I want to be in class. This one, and then-
Yeah, the green. Is the green empty?
it's empty.
Can I put him in his real water? Because he's still like breathing like really like fast, shallow. It's like shallow, shallow breaths.
When do you want to put them in it? Are you done with everything?
Well, I did the glucose and the temperatures.
Oh, so you've done the glucose already, and then you've done all of the temperatures already?
Yeah, up to 30 degrees.
Okay, yep. So then now you can put him in his regular water.
Okay, he'll be happy.
Shit, mine's gonna get all crazy.
Yeah, I know he wants to go home.
Sorry. I know, it's torture.
Describe our anorexic fish.
Sorry.
This is not one.
I can't even see him. Oh, there. You ready?
Hold on, hold on. Okay, I'm ready. Started it already. Keep going.
Oh. Look how fast. Look how fast he. Sure. 167.
167.
That was in 20 milliliters of the glucose. I thought it would be faster. He's probably like, I'm about ready to die. So I leave him in here, Dr. Henry? I did the glucose in the 20 milliliters of the of the mixture.
Yeah, and so you've added him to that solution.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you've had him in there for about 10 minutes.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, we had to leave him in there for 10 minutes?
Yeah, for 10 minutes.
Oh, shit.
You want to get him all worked up, you know? He needs enough sugar to kind of get him going.
I didn't want to do that to him.
Do it.
I just put him back in his house. Look, he's all happy. He's all happy.
But did you have any
Face is
changes
cute.
did you have any changes in his breathing rate?
Yeah, he was breathing like shallow. He stopped. He was breathing fast, but then it was like little breaths.
Okay.
They were like, before he was like gasping for air with the hot.
Yeah.
And then, but then they were like smaller. It's almost like he was like, it was shallow breathing.
Uh-huh.
He seemed to be hungry because he tried to eat whatever was in that bowl, but which had to probably be his poop because there's no water, there's no food in it. So, and then he spit it back out. So then I put some food in there because I thought, oh, he's hungry.
That's funny.
Do you want me to put glucose in this one? Does it matter what the temperature is?
You want it at room temperature, and you just want to keep them in there for 10 minutes, you know, and then you transfer them into your other solution where you're changing the temperature, your other bowl where you're changing the temperature.
Okay.
Look at Alejandro's fish, just chilling, enjoying the life.
So Alejandro, did you get any interesting results?
Started breathing faster after transfer.
After the
Yeah.
sugar?
Yeah. Like it wasn't a lot for the cold water, but it was it went up by like 24 gasps.
Okay.
It went from 34 without sugar to 58.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's because of the sudden water change again, or because the sugar is actually doing something to him.
Yeah, you also have to remember that fish is skins, so they're going to absorb a lot more stuff a lot better than we do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, you're getting the glucose in, and so it can be processed. And particularly since the weather's colder, you'd assume that he's gonna. He's looking for some way to make a little more heat. And he's cold-blooded, so he doesn't have our system.
I think goldfish are like koi fish too. They're like tropical pond fish or something.
Yeah.
Your fish looks like a koi fish. That is so cute.
He will be when he grows up. He does look like one.
Yeah.
They gotta be huge. My grandma used to have koi fish, and there was a goldfish in there the size of a football.
Wow.
Oh, wow. What do you guys feed them? I gotta know.
I just bought more of what Dr. Henry gave us. This goldfish flakes.
But do you feed them like a pinch or like 2
Oh.
pinches?
The internet said that if it's the size of their eyeball, then that's as much as they should eat. If you put more, they'll just not eat it, apparently.
And you're supposed to put like how much, like what they'll eat in a few minutes. That's what I heard. So
Yeah,
okay.
So how often are you feeding them?
once a day.
I feed him sometimes twice. Mine.
Mine
Well-
has fast metabolism.
Once a day, and he's already this big. I'm either overfeeding him, or he's finding other food in the gravel.
He's eating his poop. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's like, I'll recycle.
Oh, gross.
Fish grow, if you have a big space for them, they get bigger. And if you keep them in a small container, they'll stay small. So my friend had a little baby shark, and she had this big aquarium. She had angelfish in there and stuff. And that shark kept getting so big, she had to have to go trade it out at the pet store to get a smaller one again, so it would fit in the tank better.
Never let me see her. Let me see this.
No. Don't you touch me.
Oh, that's bad.
We have to wait.
Wait.
We got a few more
He
minutes.
was eating. He was trying to eat food.
Did you go get your brother?
All of a sudden, he kind of just went kind of crazy in the bowl for a minute and kind of darted around. And then he stopped because I'm thinking, oh shit, what's wrong with him? He calmed down.
Did you go get your brother from school? Okay. Okay, bye. One more minute. He's acting like I do after a caramel macchiato. Oh, look at him, Leah. Look at his best life. Look at him. He's like, I don't even know what to do.
Now they're gonna get really fat because they had sugar.
Mhm. I think I'm gonna give him a little dropper of sugar every day.
We'll have the world's first diabetic fish.
Dr. Henry, for our pulse, like if it goes over, what does it mean? Like if it goes over like 100, like 115, and you're not doing anything strenuous, is that like,
Tachycardia.
yeah, well, but why does that happen? Like if you're not doing anything.
I have that. Coleman. Always have an over 100 heart rate.
Really?
Well, it also changes as you age as well, so.
But I've had mine for a long time. I've had mine a long time.
Really?
But my cholesterol is good so far.
So what was your heart rate? It's
Mine's usually like 105.
oh, that's not too bad.
No.
Mine
Still
was,
look at it like, oh, you're gonna die.
I know, it's weird because I get like jittery, like I feel jittery,
Yeah.
and it kind of scared me, but they're like, no,
What
it's
that's
fine.
called, Coleman? It's called Starbucks. You stop drinking.
I even stopped drinking Starbucks.
It's the caffeine. The iced tea, do you drink iced tea or
Mm-mm.
sodas?
No.
Has caffeine, that'll
Well,
do it.
Yeah, I drink my, what is it, ginger ale?
Okay, that doesn't, I don't think that has caffeine in it.
No, but I don't know.
Anxiety.
Oh, yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
You have your heart checked. Get your heart checked, right?
No, I'm kind of worried. I'm working on everybody else first. I'm last.
You're working on everybody else first, huh?
Yeah, once my daughter's
In other
done with
words, you're gonna
surgery.
be the first one in the grave then.
No, Dr. Henry, don't say that.
Well, you gotta take care of yourself.
I
mean,
know, I know.
Losers are grown up. Leah and me are grown ups.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Take some time.
I know. After her surgery, I keep telling myself, as soon as she's done, we're just waiting for Monday at this point.
I was talking to Miranda. We're saying how we're like the worst, as you know, like nurses are the worst patients because she doesn't want to get her cast on. I'm like telling her, be compliant. I said, come on, I can still drive. We can go to the mall and get those little electric scooters or whatever and drive around.
Oh, cute.
I can outrun you. I can beat somebody right now.
Oh, cute.
Fractured kneecap and I can still outrun her. So she's gonna go get her cast.
It's like they can get at the doctor. Okay, 10 minutes. Now we time his breathing for 1 minute.
Yep.
Oh. Where is he? Shit.
Here.
Here.
Hold on.
Oops,
Yeah,
sorry.
you started to see that solution, huh?
Yeah. Ready? For me, when you have a good eye on it. Go. Cassius, come inside, please.
Let the swing. Let the swing.
Wait till Dad comes home.
Let the swing. I want the swing. Please. Please.
When Daddy gets home, we can go outside with the fire. Stop. 135. 135.
You're lying.
What?
You're gonna do it again. There's no way.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Is he playing games?
Yeah.
Is he playing?
Ready?
There.
Is he playing
It's
piggies?
hard to see in there.
Is
Ready?
he playing
Okay, go.
piggies? Is he playing piggies?
Yeah.
I'll look it too.
You're working too? Okay, put your goggles on.
What's my goggles?
Right here.
That's my goggles. Okay, I can see. I can get the fishy to eat. Hey, what's the fishy? Wait, what's the fishy?
Kitty ate him.
Okay,
No.
oh wait, where does it go? Fishy?
No.
Where's the fishy? Where's he go?
Stop.
I think I have a defective fish because he has like a little,
120?
when he breathes, he has like.
Supposed to be lower? Higher. Dr. Henry, I don't think we're doing it right.
What do you mean?
Well, because she got 120 with the solution. No, Cassius.
Where's the
Um,
fish?
With the
At what
solution.
temperature?
The fishy, mommy.
Huh?
At what temperature?
Oops.
Not at
That
me.
part. No, the money.
What's it do with the fishy?
No. 30.
At 30 degrees?
Okay, 29.
Okay, so she got 120.
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting. It should have been higher.
that's what I thought,
Yeah,
because
the
at
first one was
30, without sugar, it was
135.
175.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cassius.
These are mine.
Let's see. Okay, so you got with sugar, it was 144, 128, and then at 20, is that 228?
That's 118.
118. Okay. Okay, so that looks reasonable.
Wait. Cassius.
So you guys, you let it sit in the
To do
solution,
it.
and then you take him out of the solution,
Mhm.
Roxanne?
No.
Okay, so now what you want to do is take him out of the solution and you want to put him in a fresh cup, right? Because right now he's not going to breathe any heavier because he's getting all the sugar that he wants. You want him to use the sugar, so.
Okay.
I should move mine to the tank now, right?
Yeah, he's good to go to the tank.
All right. Oh, that's some pretty warm water.
Yeah, he's gonna appreciate you moving back to the tank.
I have to put it inside. I have to put it inside. Now I have to put it inside.
Okay, let mommy see. Let me see. Thank you.
Where's the fishy?
He's over here in this foggy water. Okay, so I'm gonna put the water from his bowl into the empty cup, right?
That's right, yep. And then change that temperature to 30 degrees.
And we put it in here. So we put it in here. And use the cups and use glasses. Yeah, wait. So I have to wait. I have to put my glasses.
I will be right back.
He stopped breathing again.
Oh,
Where's the fishy?
can you put some water in that?
Where's the fishy?
Or dots on their head.
Where's
Here,
the fishy? Where's the fishy?
He's over here. Hold on.
he's looking right at, he's glaring at me, Dr. Henry. He's like staring me down.
He's like, I can't believe you did that to me.
I know, he's not,
Why?
he's not gonna be happy. Usually he's happy when I feed him in the morning. He like wags his tail and swims around because he knows he's gonna get fed. And he's not tomorrow.
Yeah, so I have 8 fish and I had to go pick up my cousin. And I didn't think to ask somebody to come and feed him for me. So I was gone a day and a half. I come back and they basically had eaten up one of the weakest fish, one of the smaller ones.
Oh,
You get just a little plastic divider. If you're gonna be gone for a day and a half, it's like 8 sections or something.
I know, yeah.
Everybody go to your own corners.
so we got 2 bunnies and 2
Uh-huh.
chickens. And my son's bunny, they were together for what, 3 days?
Uh-oh.
We went to go feed them, and my son's bunny was sitting on my daughter's bunny, and the bunny was dead.
Oh, smother them, wow.
I'm like, bunnies were so cute before that, you know?
Were they both males or something? Because
They were
like,
both girls.
Wow.
oh,
And then, that's not the worst. My kids call me at work to tell me that the bunny tried to jump out the cage and broke its neck.
Ooh.
oh no.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, no more animals. And here I am.
He felt
Yeah,
guilty.
here I am killing this fish on Cassius. Where's he going? Please go get him there, please. Okay, now I'm at 30 with clean water. 30.
So now go ahead and transfer them over to the clean water.
I know. Oh, sorry. Huh?
Dr. Henry.
Yep.
What's this XY graph you have in the?
So you need to graph it. And so you want to graph it in terms, you could actually put it in Excel or Google Sheets.
Oh, shit.
And so you want to graph the temperature versus the number of breaths.
Mm-hmm.
And then so what you need to do is you're going to need to collect data from your classmates. So 4 other classmates, you're going to use that to determine an average. And then you're going to compare your data to the average.
The X represents the temperature, right?
The X represents the number of breaths. The Y represents the temperature.
Wait, really?
Your Y axis is your temperature.
But the X axis only goes up to 30.
Oh, let me see the graph that I put up there.
Wait, hold on. Let me share my
I may have
screen.
flipped it.
How do I share my screen again? Reactions, participants. Oh, there you go. Share screen. Share. Right here.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. So it is flipped. So temperature on your X and then your Y.
Okay.
Is,
Let's see. And this is the equation that we're going to be using.
okay.
Yeah, if you want to calculate the average for each of the.
Okay.
Are you good?
I'll just wait for the us to finish, then I'll be doing pre-lab.
No.
Can I draw the graph?
You can draw the graph.
Okay, I'll be doing that then.
Jimmy's sleeping on the bottom of the on the bottom of the rocks. he is having a sugar crash now.
He's like, okay, I need a break.
Yeah, he doesn't look very happy.
It's like, do I get vacation for that or?
he needs some insulin.
I know.
Poor fish. I told my best friend, and she's a big animal lover, and I told her we got a fish. She said, we got a fish for it. And I said, well, we're going to do experiments on him. She's, you're not going to kill him, are you? I don't want to hear it. I said, no, we're not.
See, it's good that we were not doing anatomy. Otherwise, I'd have you guys doing dissection.
Hey,
Oh.
yeah, yuck. I got into my visible body courseware because we had it from anatomy, and that was like really cool to get back into it and do the little tests in there because I could redo them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still learning to kind of use that, the physio exo type of.
I like the visible body a lot better.
Do you really?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, like 100 times better.
Okay. So that's good to know. So for future references, because I didn't know anything and they were just like, oh, this is what we use. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's what I'll use.
Yeah, that Physio EX, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So 30.
How often are we going to do these fish experiments?
You have 2 more to do and then you're done. So
Okay.
we'll have the, so we're looking at whether or not fish get impaired by alcohol and how that affects their muscle function.
Oh,
And then also the effects of caffeine. I have to go through and do some calculations to make sure that I don't kill your fishes.
okay, thanks. What kind of alcohol? You mean like liquor alcohol or rubbing
Yeah.
alcohol? Okay.
Liquor alcohol.
Okay. I think the rubbing alcohol might kill him.
Yeah.
That can't be right. What is it? 159. 159. Dr. Henry.
Yep.
159 in the clean water.
Okay. And what did you get when you did it without stimulus?
Where's that? Oh, the one I was counting with? 167. That's one you did. The one I did was 124. But it was too low. I don't think it's right. 30 degrees with clean. 159. There. She walking fast. She looked mad. Okay, so with the sugar solution, it was in 20 mLs of the glucose, it was 167 breaths.
Okay, you said with the sugar solution, it was 167, and then
Mhm.
without the sugar solution, it was
159.
159. Okay, so that's good. You got an increase. That's what you should be getting.
Okay, what happened? Four class at 30. Four class Russian cautious. Seriously? What? I just came in here. The drinks outside. Go to the garage, sir. Sorry, everybody's home now.
That's right.
Okay. And then do we bring it down again, or is that?
Yeah, so you did 30, and then you want to go back down to 15. So you want to compare your answers from 30 and then to your 25. So you want to drop it.
So nice. Okay, I'll go get it. So we're done with the sugar, right?
Yep, you've already done the sugar. You just keep them. You want to see if his breasts since you've kind of had 10 minutes of him eating basically a lot of sugar. We're going to see if it maintains that. So.
He's got fives. So he's at 30. 25. Oh, we're supposed to put it in that spot. Oh my goodness, Mom. What?
Are you killing that poor fish? He's like,
Dr.
I didn't do
Henry.
it the first time. I'm working on it.
Did you hear her? I told her don't put the eyes directly in where the fish is. No, look, I'm not even lying. This girl. I could have sworn
Trying
you
to
said,
freeze
okay,
the
I'll
fish, huh?
put the eyes. I'm sorry. Damn, oh, I'm sorry. son. Okay, 25. Ready? Timer. You have the phone. No, no. Why? Because we're in class right now. You know how you're in Zoom? Mommy's in Zoom. Mommy and Dad. You ready? You ready? Go. Also, so y'all brought back food too?
Yeah.
Look out, Coleman, there's your cat.
Oh,
That cat is gonna. It's gonna snatch that. It's gonna snatch the thing.
the fish. Huh? What else was that? Is it hot outside? Okay,
Yeah, 100% hot.
100%. All right, I feel it. 12:30.
What the?
So I know. No.
What happened? It just won't go to 100.
Go get it. 163. Okay. At Just how 20, you're like- 25 with clean water, 163. Okay. What's this one? This one is gonna be, I'm putting it at 20. Here, let me know when you're ready.
Give me more. We just need. I want chocolate right there. Chocolate right there.
You want the chocolate milk?
And the chocolate milk. And straw. Mommy, I said that's enough.
I know.
That's enough.
I know.
I mean, that's
I
enough.
know. I gotta do it though.
Mom, that's enough. Where's my shell?
Michelle,
That's a fish.
fixing her fish.
Fish.
Go fish. Right here.
Oh, wait, I'm here straw. Wait, I'm here straw.
Come on, let's go get a straw.
Huh?
Let's go get a straw.
Okay. You just get that straw. Okay. Just get that straw. Boom, boom, boom.
Ashley, come on. Mommy's the grass. Come on.
So what temperature are you at?
It's by ice cream. Price just right at that. There's nobody-
Me?
Yeah,
20.
you're at
Right. Well, 19.
19.
And he's slowing down.
That's coming up behind you.
Okay, I'm at 20. So then we do a minute again, right?
Yep.
This one.
No. We're using it. So it goes.
Here's my thinking.
Hmm?
Here's my thinking. Just don't do too. Just don't do like faster. Don't just zoom. Don't do zoom like longer, like long.
Zoom will be as long as it takes me to.
But you feel like the truck is so good.
One oh two. 102. And 2.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna make it out 15. You see how he did
Sorry.
15?
Best game ever.
You're grounded. You're not playing Roblox today.
Everyone will be will not vote for you.
That's okay.
No one vote. Everyone is gonna say no one vote for her because she's mean.
Okay.
It's because of my mom forcing me. If they all I really don't want to play the best game ever. But she calls me I'm really a ugly gamer.
Really?
And then my sister is always
Your sister's just listening to what mom said. You're not gonna play the game, too.
that is gonna make so much pain. You hated me the best gamer.
Go somewhere. We're doing something really cool. So what did you find? Go color. Do something. You're not gonna play video games because you didn't play yesterday. I'm in class. Please go.
Mom, why are you so strict?
You should have been talking to me when you were yesterday. Well, thank you.
They're really strict.
Okay. God, I hate when he dies like that or when he looks like he's dead. Michelle, are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Are you really? Everybody's done but me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Since there's less of us, we're not gonna be divided by 5, right?
Yeah,
Less of us.
you
'Cause,
can also get the data from your other classmates who did it earlier today too.
I don't think I have any way to access.
Email on Canvas.
Oh, okay.
And then they also have a Zoom. They also have not a Zoom,
A
a
discussion.
discussion board.
Yeah, there's one that they put on the Canvas where they're
Yeah,
gonna put
somebody
their
just
data.
messaged that.
They're gonna put their data on it, and then.
Yeah, we're barely getting the messages from, I guess, earlier.
Oh, there it
They
is.
were looking out for you guys.
Dr. Henry, this pork fish, you gotta see his eyes.
You give it a little strain.
He's like going to sleep. Okay, go.
Finish that. Sugar.
Started.
Um, 30 Celsius. 74.
Mama. Thank you.
79. At 15. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we gotta get him real. His water. Go through this, the last one. What? What do we, that's it? We're done? At 15, we're done, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, no, at 10. 10.
Dr. Henry, he's not.
He'll survive. He'll be mad, but he'll survive.
Right. Did you say he'll be dead, but he'll survive? He'll be mad. Oh. It's like, wait,
You want to make him happy. He'll be happy with plants in his bowl. Give him some marbles and some rocks and some plants, and he'll be much happier.
You know where I have to keep him? On my fridge, because my cats are horrible. I have to keep him on the top of the fridge, like near the over the head storage.
When's this lab due?
It's actually going to be due next Wednesday.
Oh, I heard you say tonight. I was like, wait.
But I
Right
put
now-
it today so that everybody would get it done.
Right now, I'm the only one that posted in the discussion.
Oh, so it was you.
So you get the gold star for today. Extra 5 points for the first person to turn it in. Hey, that would be incentive, Dr. Henry.
I know, extra points, yeah?
Yeah. You turn it in first, you get an extra 5 points.
Yeah.
Michelle, are you watching this fish of mine?
I can barely see him. I only see him at the bottom of the little bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
He's alive. As long
Oh, there he
as long
goes.
as he's not on his side or belly up, he should be fine.
Or floating
Yep.
at the
Like-
top.
Like if his tail is over his head and he isn't moving, then he's dying.
Oh my God, don't say that.
I saw on YouTube how they put like fresh plants in there, certain water plants, and they'll it makes it to where you don't have to clean the water. It automatically, the plants actually clean the water. So that is
Oh,
pretty
really?
cool.
I need to
I
get those
did.
plants.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Tired of cleaning out his bowl
I'm
every
gonna do
you know,
Leah's
4
method right
days.
now. It's my method. Put the ice in there. I can't with you.
Is that what you have in your aquarium? That is a huge
Oh,
aquarium.
look,
Yeah,
Wow. Are those real plants?
that's fake. Those are real though.
Okay. Where did you get the real ones at?
I ordered them off Amazon. Like
Okay.
all these plants, minus the ones that look like leaves,
Mm-hmm.
were like $5. But they arrived like 2 weeks after order.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. It took a long time. Yeah, they were showing how they design aquariums. Like some of those people win awards.
Wow.
They're
Yeah.
basically art pieces to them.
Yeah. It was very cool.
Oh yeah, and apparently you can use what's it called? Super glue. Because they're the way super glue works is that it hardens with the water
Oh,
faster. Yeah, I didn't know that.
so
That's
did
what I
you
said.
what did you super glue?
I just used normal crazy glue. I took the plants out, right?
Mhm.
And I super glued them on a plate. Let them harden for a bit, and then I just put them straight into the tank again. And the fish didn't die. My sister went to PetSmart last weekend and brought me 3 other fish.
Oh, that's nice. What kind of
she-
fish?
Goldfish.
kind?
They're all goldfish. She said, "Oh, don't tell your professor this, but these are replacement fish just in case."
Oh, man, I should have did that.
You
Well,
could have snuck one in and Dr. Henry would have never known. that a cat
I
ate
told her
it.
like
I would have had
there's a,
no idea.
You
there's
see
a
how my
clear
family
difference.
tells on me.
That one has like a black spot on its fin. That one's too small. And that one's the wrong color.
He's a half.
That one's too silver to do anything.
Hmm.
So that wouldn't have worked. Tomorrow I need to do a water change though.
Sorry, fishy.
Colby, you were spinning the fish.
You seen him?
It's
He's going for a merry-go-round. Right?
What did I know? 13.
Coleman, I'm gonna see if he has like a vase like mine. If I have another one of these, because I could give it to you for your fish.
You guys feel bad for him? I have a big pickle jar and my cat stuck his hand all the way in there.
Actually, when I get the one from Walmart, then I can give you this one.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like having a pet like a fish. It's kind of good in a way. It's not as much work as a normal pet, but
Yeah.
just glad they're
you
goldfish
don't
and
get,
not.
you don't get the love back though. You know, they kind of look at you like, you know,
You get a cold slap of a tail.
yeah.
And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this after class is done? And they said, are you going to keep him? I'm like, I don't know. I said, I can't kill him, so I guess we have to. I thought about passing him down back to you so you could give him to another classmate, but
Yeah.
my daughter named him, so we'll keep him.
As long as it's not like a Lake Tahoe incident.
What was that?
A bunch of people dumped their goldfish in Lake Tahoe and now they're that's where they live now. They're huge. I think you get paid to fish there and you get paid extra to get goldfish out. They're the size of our heads
Really?
right now. Yeah.
Only
I
thing
think
that
all you need to
happens
look up
here-
is Lake Tahoe goldfish.
Okay.
Oh my
When you're in
god.
Hanford, there's the Kings River up there. It's kind of over by Layton, but the only thing you would ever hear there is someone would drop off their pet alligator that got too big. Oh wow! Oh my God! Look at that one!
That is huge.
Oh my God! See, other
This
people couldn't
one.
kill their fish either.
I think this is the biggest one they found.
Oh
Wow.
my God! That one, the one down below, looks like a rhino, or it's not a rhino, but a walrus.
This one right here?
No, the one to the right, to your right, other way. Yeah, that one. He looks
This
like a
one?
walrus.
Gigantic.
Oh my gosh! What did he do with them?
15, still
We
13.
just take them out and kill them.
They kill him?
It's because these fish are killing the native fish of Lake Tahoe,
Oh, that's sad though.
and because goldfish like produce more waste than other fish, it's killing everything else too.
Oh,
I don't know why, but goldfish create more ammonia, and ammonia is poisonous to them and all of the fish. So that's why they're a big problem.
wow. I bet you somebody would pay to have one of those in their koi pond.
Whoa, what? Is this real? That doesn't
That
look
is
real.
huge.
No. It's fake. This is fake.
Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah, it is fake. This is like fabric or something.
Those other ones are pretty real though.
This is the one that looked like that was in my grandma's koi pond.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It was that big.
I wonder how they taste.
Ugh.
Gosh.
Goldfish taste.
I shouldn't say nothing. We eat crawfish.
Goldfish tastes like cheese, but a cheese that's a bit different from the cheddar I know. Huh?
I can't. They're talking about
The
the
goldfish.
goldfish crackers.
They're talking about the crackers, yeah.
What in the world?
Try quarrel.
There was one. How does real goldfish taste like?
Carp.
What?
Mud,
Look like
fish poop,
carp.
leftover food and all.
Ew. Carp isn't a good fish.
Are they related to carp?
Probably. Kind of look like a carp.
Oh yeah, yeah. They did. Apparently it was domesticated from carp.
Oh.
Does not sound good.
Hello. Oh.
Okay, go.
Oh,
So what temperature are you at now?
I'm at 15, finally. No, I'm sorry, 10.
I was
10.
like, we already
Okay, I was like, you got a little more to go.
My car will be fixed tomorrow, Coleman.
21. 21 at 10. What happened? Sorry. Stop it. Okay. Alrighty. My poor fish. Okay, so now I can throw him back in his water.
You can
Not
put it back in
throwing,
his
but
water. Yeah, you can put it back in his water. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. As long as the cat isn't there to greet him.
I know my cats, they're like casing the joint.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing with the fish? You're playing with the fish? Can I play with the fish?
Yeah.
You actually scooped him out with that little thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There he goes. Look, he played possum. Okay, now I can feed him now, right?
Yep. He's probably
Look at
starving.
him. He's so happy.
He's hungry after all the sugar.
Where's his food? That's your son.
Look at this cat.
Go away.
He's stalking. He's like,
He probably smells fish.
No.
Damn, just saved him. All
he's
right.
like, yeah, it's for me. I'll open the bowl.
What's for dinner?
Oh, he's eating. I'm like,
I was looking. I was
all
like,
right,
wait.
gotta go, guys. No, there's nothing to see here. That was fun. I'm sorry I took forever.
That's all right.
I like that.
We like to watch you bring your fish close to the brink of death and bring
I
it
know, right?
because we're sick like that.
Okay, so we just, and you said we could do it on paper or draw it and
You can do it on paper, or you can do it in Excel or Google Sheets.
Okay,
can I have
cool.
All right.
Cool. Oh, and then Dr. Henry,
Yep.
I know this is physio, but I need to send you those pictures on for Kim.
Okay.
How do I send those?
What pictures?
The drawings of the
For the lab 7.
lab 7 drawings, the last 5, I think.
Okay, so I'll actually open it up back up so you can upload it.
Okay, because that's only, I had them, but I sent them to my email. I'm gonna have Leah help me.
Okay. So let me do that right now.
Thank you. And then I'll do the right lab today, right now.
Okay. Good. Let's see, which class?
Yeah, I almost killed my fish. Because I wasn't paying attention because you're asking me about your video game.
call me William? You call me
Just like you grab that.
ugly.
I never called you ugly. I just told you you cannot play your game.
But she calls me, but my sister always calls me an ugly beaver.
Come here, Giselle.
No one vote for her. She's mean.
I'm not voting for her.
Not vote for her. 'Cause she's mean.
Oh, wrong class, sorry.
Alejandro, thank you for sharing all that stuff about your goldfish.
Trying to pass the time faster.
I know.
Oh.
I'm gonna overfeed mine. Not too much, but you know.